and safety of yourself, your children, your family, it's paramount.
Do you want to leave? Do you want to stay? How can we make a plan for you so that you're safe?
You know, when we've identified that we can't stay in that situation, is who will look after me? And it makes it really difficult then to speak up, because if you lose your support, you don't know what you'll do. You don't know what's going to happen to you. And that's terrifying, to think that then you are on your own, because that's a really vulnerable place to be in.
To use the example of a woman with an intellectual disability, they might feel they can't get through their everyday life without this person, because that's who they turn to make even basic decisions, or that's who helps them count out their money.
This is probably one of the greatest fears. When you have children, it gets used against you because you're disabled. You couldn't possibly look after your children, so you shouldn't have them. And it's terrifying to think that you will lose them.
For a woman with a physical disability who might need accessible housing, yeah, there might be a huge barrier if she's worried that she has to leave her home and it's accessible and it's set up for her. That's a huge vulnerability. So these are all additional layers of complexity.
One of the things that was lacking for me was including me in the decisions. When I did contact services, I was given a lot of instructions and options, like, okay, so you could do this, and then we do this, but no one actually asked me what I wanted. And that's a really important thing. You need to ask the other person, what is it that you want to achieve?
A lot of people speak for people that have a disability, and sometimes it's hard for people with disability to express themselves because they've got other people in their ear going, oh, you've got to express yourself in this way.
You need to be able to communicate with them. They may have difficulty with verbal communication. They may need the information in easy read format. They might need an interpreter. There are so many different methods of communication, but all you need to do is find out from the person what it is that they need so that you can communicate effectively with them.
Women with disabilities are people from culturally and linguistically diverse background. Women with disabilities are Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander women. So speaking in language that's accessible to people and not jargon. It's about having information available in a wide variety of formats. It's about being visible and being identifiable.
I learn a lot from podcasts, and I learn a lot from Facebook and the internet and my mobile phone. Like, I learn a lot from those things because we learn in a different way. Like, we don't learn off pieces of paper or books. Like, people may think, hey, they can do this, they can read this. And really, they can't read it at all. They're standing there going, oh, I can do this, when really they're going inside going, no, I cannot do this. I'm dying inside.
Women may not necessarily be able to leave independently. They might require some kind of support to do that, to help them pack up their stuff, to help them move. They might need accessible transport. They might need support to navigate a new community.
So helping people navigate the steps to take is another significant way that you can help.
I would like to think that all shelters are working to look at strategies to make their services more accessible to all women. And that's not just women who might have physical disabilities. That might include having hearing loops. It might include having accessible information. It might include, using simplified language to talk about violence so women know what you're talking about and can relate their experience.
So for people in domestic violence services and social workers, they need to be looking at what all of those needs are and how they can then put those into a package that allows the person to have control.